They say never. I say never tell me what to do. A person will never put you in a position above them. That's never a lie, always true. Success never comes without risk, and risk never comes without fear. YouTube is a smoking mirror, never how it appear.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ice Water 815. Hey, it's about that time, man. It's time to do that ugly part of that Amazon relay board review. If you ain't checked out the other videos, I did the good, I did the bad. Now we gonna talk about the ugly. So we gonna get right to it. Now, for those of you that don't know, I started pulling with Amazon a while ago. I got a video when I first started pulling for them and a couple videos about how to sign up and all that good stuff. So let me go back to the very beginning about the whole Amazon logistics program. When they first came out, they came out with this Amazon Relay. I'm going to just call it a program. Well, yeah, we'll just call it a program for the sake of this video. They actually had two different divisions when they first came out. One was BlueJay and one was Amazon Relay. They were supposed to be all migrating over to Amazon Relay. I don't know if they did or not. I didn't follow it that closely. So I'm basically just going to talk about Amazon Relay because BlueJay was more of a asset-based company bidding process where you bid it on certain lanes or whatever. So for the average person, they wouldn't qualify for that anyway. So the relay program was like this when they first started out. They had some great rates. I'm talking about they was incredible rates. They was paying round trip. Like what you would do is, and it was all power only. You would pick up a load. I don't know if I don't remember if it was all dropping hooks. I did a lot of live loading, but not really live unloading, if that makes sense, when I first started out with Amazon. So they was paying like round trip miles. Like I would pick up a load, I would take it wherever I was taking it to, I would drop it, pick up an empty trailer, and bring the empty trailer back to where I started at. Crazy. Loads off the chain. That lasted for a while. Then one day, I don't know, maybe I ran for them for a few months or something like that. One day I realized that on the relay board, I'm sure it's a lot of videos out there with people who showing you how to use the relay board. You could see the price, you can book it, right then, the whole nine. So one day I was checking it, I realized that the rate that I was usually getting on these particular, I ran the same loads over and over again. So I realized the rates that I was getting on those loads, they cut them in half. Like, so basically I was doing the same round trip, but I was getting paid for one way. I was like, whoa. Something ain't right. So I didn't want to pull that because I'm one of them people like if I excuse me. I'm one of them people like if I get a price for a load one time, I don't really go under that price. I don't care really what the circumstances is. If you gave it to me once, you can give it to me again because if I book it too low, you're gonna try and give it to me too low again. So it gotta go both ways. So once they cut the rates in half, I stopped pulling for Amazon. And then what I would do is I would focus on another thing that I noticed when I stopped pulling for them. Everybody started getting hip to the Amazon Relay program. And I don't know if when they increased capacity, that's when they dropped the rates. Like, I'm not sure what made them drop the rates. Or somebody came in and was like, people would do it cheaper than that. I don't know. But I wasn't going to pull it for that. So what I noticed is during the day that the rates was really cheap. But at night, when everybody went home, you could get on there and book loads because the loads were constantly coming on the Amazon app. It's got to be through a computer-based program as the freight become available. Because I would set my alarm clock to wake up at midnight, and between midnight and 2 a.m., I was booking loads for like the rate that I was used to getting because wasn't nobody on there to get the loads. And as the load got closer to the pickup time, they would go up on the money. I started noticing that. So I was still able to jump in and out with Amazon and make some money on the Amazon relay board. Then it came to a point where that no longer worked. So not only did they cut the rate in half, but in the middle of the night, I wasn't getting the rates that I wanted anyway. So I stopped pulling for Amazon again. And what I noticed is every now and then I could find a recovery load. And so I will book that recovery load because they'll pay crazy money on the recovery load. So I booked that and I run that. And pretty soon the recovery loads fell off. So that's when I left Amazon alone altogether. Now, what I noticed about the Amazon relay program is when it first started out, it was cool. Then they cut the rates. Not only did they cut the rates, but after a while, they transitioned to it was no longer a power only program. It also included you bringing your own trailer. And what that meant for me was it slowed things down because that meant it was a live load and a live unload. And anybody who pulled for Amazon already know like how it can be with a live load and a live unload. Fortunately for me, the little hub that I was pulling out of, it ain't nothing but like black people that was working in there when I was pulling out of there. And I knew most of them because they was from around the area. So I get loaded first and be out of there just because, you know, if you treat people with respect, they treat you with respect. You know, I just used to, man, joke with them or whatever, kick it with them, make them laugh, all that. It was getting me in and out of there first. So everything was cool. But when you started having to bring your own trailer, that changed the game a little bit. So I really started analyzing the Amazon relay program to see how I could maximize my profit in it. And what I began to notice is Amazon slowly transitioned into like a JB Hunt with their load board, a Coyote with the UPS loads. Like the rates that they start offering were pretty much disrespectful. Unless they really, really needed something moved, then they'll give you a crazy rate. And while I understand it from a business standpoint, it's still disrespectful to a carrier like myself who like pride myself on delivering. If I book a load, I'm gonna get it there. So I had to leave Amazon alone. And it's for those reasons right there. The type of freight that they haul is expedited. Like they want you to get it there by that certain time because it's a whole different category to me than just general freight. And if I'm running it from one distribution center to another distribution center, it might miss the plane if I'm late. So I got to do everything I got to do to get it there on time so it doesn't affect my safety score. So as I was analyzing the Amazon relay program, although it was power only and they were paying, I'm going to say okay rates for power only as far as general freight would be concerned. But as far as expedited freight, they was disrespectful. They was paying pennies on the dollar. There's no reason any Amazon load should be below $2.50 a mile. I don't care. There's no reason. The bare minimum it should be is $2.50 a mile, and under a certain mile shouldn't even be mileage. It just should be a flat rate because $2.50 on 300 miles ain't a good rate. So, you know, it got to be certain controls in there to make it fair to everybody involved. So back to what I was saying about analyzing the Amazon relay program, I realized that I couldn't make the type of money that I felt like I deserved to make. But as I went back to pulling refrigerated freight, I started noticing like Amazon trailers everywhere. So I would be scratching my head. Every time I seen an Amazon trailer, I was going down the road, I would look on the Amazon load board and I'm like, how is they pulling these loads? Like, I don't understand. And I'll put up a couple of loads so you can see what I'm talking about. Like when they got the offering like 79, 80 cents a mile, $1.13 a mile, I'm like, are they serious? And some of them was like, you had to bring your own trailer at that rate. And I'm like, who would do that? So this went on for a long time. I was looking at people like, man, y'all crazy. I can't tell y'all how to run y'all business. Only thing I could tell you is I'm not gonna pull that. So every now and then I got lucky and I would find a decent Amazon paying load. Just going on there looking, it'll be one. It might pick up within the next 2 hours and nobody had got on it yet. So I jump on it. One day I jumped on one. It paid me like, I think it paid me $2.75 a mile. And the round trip might have been 600 and some miles. So it paid, it was decent. Matter of fact, it paid, it must have paid more than that because they didn't even pay me round trip. They paid me one way. If I can find the screenshot, I'll put it up. But I remember I was going to O'Fallon, Missouri, which was 300 and some miles. And they paid me like, on the 300 and some miles, they paid me like $17.50 on 300 and some miles. So hopefully I can find that screenshot, put it up so y'all, well, I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. I'm going down the road. I'm driving like 65, 66, something like that. I just got the cruise set. I'm cruising. Next thing you know, dude come over the speaker. He come over the CV. I said the speaker. He come over the CV. He like, hey, you effing a-hole scumbag pulling that cheap Amazon freight. If I was going the same way you was going, I'd show you what you can do. And I'm thinking like, man, he checked somebody on the CV. I'm like, man, I'm so used to pulling my reefer. I done forgot that I got an Amazon trailer. I look out the window, I look out the mirror, I see the blue Amazon trailer. I look around, I'm like, man, ain't no other trucks around pulling no Amazon. Dude, you talking to me? Man, I almost wrecked the truck trying to grab the CV to say something back to him. But of course, I didn't get a chance to have a conversation with him. I was heading southbound. He was heading northbound. But it made me start thinking about some things. So I'm like, I felt the same way that driver felt when I used to see, although I ain't going to CB disrespecting nobody, nothing like that. But I used to think that in my head when I seen them Amazon trailers. I'm like, man, how is these people pulling all these garbage loads for Amazon? Keep that in mind. Some time go past, I don't mess with Amazon. They tripping. I search Craigslist every now and then, like in the transportation section, just to see what's out there. So I seen these companies, and it was a couple companies in Chicago that I was talking about, and they were advertising like Amazon freight. And the setup that they had that caught my attention was that they had some dedicated lanes with Amazon, and each round trip was between 500, I think it was up to 500 miles. So they would send you out up to 500 miles, and then they would bring you back. Each round trip paid $17.50 plus fuel surcharge plus toll reimbursement. So I got to thinking, I'm like, how can they guarantee you this with those type of rates? So they had me interested because I wanted to get on the little Amazon lanes. I'm thinking like, man, I could run 2 of them loads a week and be good. I'm like, and if they not sending you out, the average, they were saying the average run was 300 miles out, 300 miles back. 600 miles for $17.50 plus fuel surcharge at the time was 30 cents a mile, plus they reimburse for tolls, which I don't run the toll road no way. Winter. So that was the company that I tried to sign up with. And so when that fell through, it sort of piqued my curiosity. And I'm like, how are they able to do this? So I started doing some more research. Now, I don't know why it's so hard to find information about Amazon. I don't know. But what I finally found is that Amazon actually has 3 different programs. One is the Amazon Relay program. Like if you got one truck or something like that, that's more than likely the program that you're going to be on with. Although you can have more than one truck and still do Amazon Relay. The other program that they have is this line haul program where they want you to have a minimum of 5 trucks. And the line haul program got 3 different divisions. You got day line haul, where you coming back every day, like local. You got regular line haul, which is they you dedicate your truck to them for the week. You don't really know where you're gonna be running until they send you the loads or whatever, and it's usually multiple stops, but they send the truck out and they book it with the legal amount of time on the clock, and then your driver would do a 10-hour reset somewhere away from home. Then they would come back home, do a 10-hour reset, and then they would do that again. So it's two runs a week like that, and they would taking their 34 reset at home every week. That's how those companies are able to pay the $17.50 for each round trip. I actually think those companies get more than $17.50. That's just what they paying, and then they taking their percent off the $17.50 after they already make their money on top. I really think that, but seeing that I ain't got 5 trucks, I haven't had an opportunity to explore that program. And the third division under the line haul program is team division. So you got 3 divisions. You got the day, you got the regular line haul, and you got the team under the line haul program. And then they also got another program for box trucks. So that's what I learned about the Amazon Relay program. And the reason that I titled this video "The Ugly About the Amazon Relay Program" is because I watched a really, really good transportation program go into the toilet as far as the Amazon Relay. Now, I don't know what percent of people out there pulling them garbage loads and what percent is on the line haul program. It's no way for you to tell. I mean, you got the same trailer, so I don't know. But I do know this. You ain't really going to see me hooked up to an Amazon trailer unless they paying big money. So if you see me hooked up to an Amazon trailer, know that they paying good. So this my bad series on Amazon because the rates, this ain't the bad, my fault. This the ugly part of Amazon because the rates went straight into the toilet. I don't know. They should be ashamed that they offering them type of rates on air freight. Please understand what I'm saying when I say this. That's expedited freight. Expedited freight has always paid more because it's expedited. It's supposed to be there at a certain time and blase, blase. So take what you want from this. It's just my experience with Amazon and the Relay program. And like I said, I'm not pulling for them right now. I'm still signed up. I still check their load board. But unless I can get a recovery load or they paying me some really, really good money, then I ain't going to be able to do it. And I think I'll put up some screenshots at the end to show you what I was getting and what they paying now. I think that'll probably be the best way to support this video. Hey, this your boy Ice Water, man, A15. It don't matter what type of truck you drive, as long as it'll deliver a load. But you ain't gonna make no money in trucking if you can't keep that left door closed. Hey, I'll see you next video, YouTube. Y'all be safe.
Been through a lot of pain in my life, and I pray the Lord take it all away.